Not inside the stadium today. I'm assuming just because the ground was wet. Pretty much?
Yeah, I got in early. I had to make a decision because I had to set everything up.
Yeah.
Or else it's a pain. Equipment guys got to move everything. Video guys got to move everything. We'll go in the stadium. We've been in the stadium. We'll go in this week. We'll go in next week. Just one of those decisions. When I got in early this morning, it was raining pretty hard, and I had to make the call.
Nice to have family here, obviously.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, we opened it up on the weekends for the parents to come. You know, it's training camp. They don't get much of a chance to see their kids. Probably don't talk to them very much. So I'd open it up for the parents. That's important to me. Let them spend some time now with them. You know, I always appreciate when my mom and dad came out and watched. As much as you don't want to admit it, when you're in college, you still want to be around mom and dad. So it's pretty cool to see a lot of them out here.
Coach, since you've kind of started and now getting into a scrimmage, getting all the different milestones, where kind of is the team now in your idea from a benchmark perspective? Like, where were they? Are they tracking the way you would have hoped they would?
Yeah. I said yesterday to the staff, we're ahead of where we've been in the past, and that's install, and I just think in many areas. Today is always the first day you really get everybody off the field, coaches off the field. You call it a scrimmage, you get refs here, and then it's, what's up, guys? So you get, it's just, you call it a scrimmage, right? And it's the same plays we're running in practice. It's just the coaches are on the field, maybe they're helping you a little bit. You had the script the night before, you kind of knew what was going to be called. Now it feels a little bit different, and there were some mistakes. Some of it got sloppy. But what I would have, there was a lot of good, but there was some I expected in the first scrimmage. So now all the install's done. So we've never had it this quickly. So now we have, I think we played 3 weeks from yesterday. So now we have the rest of the time just to do that and play football. And that was the goal. We kind of overloaded them early, which I've never done, which was hard for the players, but I'm glad we did because now we can focus on just playing the game, you know? And then they got to think, you know, when you script sometimes it's first down, second down, first down, second down, then you get to a team third down period where it's all third down. But now all of a sudden, the players got to know it's 3rd and 3. Well, I better press, right? Or it's 3rd and 7. I want to. So they have to think situationally. Or now we're in the red zone. It's not a red zone period. They just hit a big play, and now we're in the red zone. So what am I expecting? How are things changing? So you have to go through all that and play the game. And I think we're rusty there just because we haven't done it. But I like where we're at. I really like this group.
Yeah, I was going to ask if this was more of kind of a litmus test for you versus a simulation of what it might be like in 3 weeks, or if it just kind of falls in the middle and you kind of play it as it lies.
This was done intentionally to show the players what it's going to look like and feel like. And then next week what we'll do is, next week we'll go Saturday. I think we scrimmage on Sunday. One of those days, Saturday or Sunday. What's today, Sunday?
Yeah.
So we'll scrimmage, but we're going to do it at noon. And we're going to put them in the stadium at noon. So the sun's where the sun's going to be, the heat's what the heat's going to be. We'll simulate kind of what the morning's going to feel like of the game, and then we'll make it even more real. Today, each starter got, each player, 1 and 2, got about 35 snaps, so almost a half of football. So we'll crank that up next week in the scrimmage and make it even more real. Hopefully at that point, we've done enough of this where there won't be as many, you know, mental mistakes or false starts or guys uneasy. But we'll simulate it more next week. We've never done that, but I'm trying to continue to improve myself and get us ready to play football.
You often hear that the defense is usually 2 or 3 practices ahead of the offense. Is that the case here, or do you think they're pretty close right now?
I think in certain things the defense might be ahead, but today was pretty balanced.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the reason defenses in camp are usually ahead. You can play defense with great effort. You know, your hair's on fire, you're running to the ball, and you just kind of wreck things. On offense, it takes every one of those guys to execute, you know, together and at the same level. You can't just go out there and, you know, rely on making them. You got to execute, and that's usually why. I think at this point, I think it's been pretty balanced. There's some periods right now where the offense is ahead, and I mean they ran the ball really well today. With our ones early on, came out and they were running the ball really well. I don't think you guys were here for that drive. And then the defense stood up in the red zone a few times, so it's very competitive right now.
For the coaching staff, operation-wise, getting the play in and stuff like that, what did you see today?
It's new. That's new too. Yeah. And no matter how long you've done it, when you script a practice the night before and you're just reading it off your script, you have to script because you want to stay very detailed and organized and make sure you're getting the plays that you want to see versus different looks. That's how you practice and who's running what. Today, there's none of that. So just as much as this is getting the rust off For the players, it's the same as the coaches. It's faster, right? On offense, all of a sudden they're going no huddle, and you can't look down at your call sheet. You better go and make a call, right? And then it slows down and speeds up. There's a lot of thinking, man. And that's why now when we practice, let's throw the scripts out so coaches and players got to think. So I talk about, it's both. That's coaches and players. This is important for everybody.
How was it with them today?
I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. But there's, again, I'm listening to both sides the best I can. There's some things that we gotta get better at too, and that's why we practice.
You mentioned listening kind of to both sides, but even when the younger guys or guys that aren't the ones and twos are out there for you, I know there's usually limited opportunity to maybe see some of the depth guys play, but is that something that you're able to kind of watch in a day like today, or is it also, you still have to focus and let the coaches do their thing with the younger guys?
Well, we went at the end, we kind of did that 7-on-7, and everybody got in. Every player who was on our team got in, and that's for evaluation, and those guys deserve to play. Their parents are here, and they're part of the team, so I made sure we went a little extra so everybody got a chance to play. We do that at the end of every practice so we can evaluate the younger players. You don't have time in training camp to get everybody reps. Spring ball is a time to do that. Training camps, you're getting ready to play a game. So it's our job to get them ready to play a game, figure out the guys who are going to play, and then go with them.
So the younger kickers had a little problems. They were a little wide right, a couple of times short from 24 yards, or 34 yards with the end zone. And we didn't see Connor kick. Is you just trying to find out about these young guys? Or?
No, Connor we held back today
Okay.
because he had kicked earlier in the week. And then Liam's been outstanding.
Okay.
Just struggled a little bit today, but got to make our kicks, Rich.
Yes.
So that's something we got to look at hard too. We've kicked. I would say all in all, we've kicked pretty well. I think between Connor and Liam, it's pretty close right now. But I didn't want to kick Connor today. He had the day off.
Just one non-training camp. Zay made his debut last night. Didn't have any catches, but he was very noticeable early. Did you talk to him at all yesterday or after? Or?
I sent him a text. I didn't get a chance to talk to him before because I kind of didn't realize what time they were playing because we're in the middle of camp. But then I sent him a text like I always do. I said, I love wide receivers who block.
Yeah,
That's my message to every receiver I've ever been around and coached. And that was so awesome to see. And then that's what everybody's talking about on the broadcast when I watched the replay. Wide receivers who block, man, says a lot about them. It sends a message to their team and their staff. So I was proud of him for that. I saw the one ball he caught, his typical move where he made the first guy miss. And then I'm glad they pulled him out, get him a chance to stay healthy and get ready for the next one. But yeah, and then Zion sent me a picture. It's been 1:30 in the morning because they were out on the West Coast. It was him, Woodby, and Hunter.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I woke up to a picture on the text from Zion showing me all three of those guys together. 3 BC guys with a big smile on their face. That's a cool deal, So I wish all those guys good luck as they ramp it up and get going. Texted with Vrabel the other day. Always root for those guys.
I know it was, you mentioned the players' families. Is it cool for the coaches too whenever their families are able to come out? Like I know at the end when you have coaches and their kids go running out to them.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's training camp for us is, just use me for example. When I leave the house, my kids are asleep. When I come home, my kids are asleep. So you pretty much go 6 days in a row without seeing them. So last night, we kind of gave the players an earlier night, so I got home around 7:30. So I saw my youngest, and she was surprised I was home. She asked me if I was going on another trip tomorrow. So she must think I'm on a trip or something, because I'm gone. So yeah, it's cool when they come. We get a chance to see them. But those are the sacrifices the coaches and the assistants make. You don't get a chance to see your wife, you don't get a chance to see your kids. But that's training camp, and that's what we signed up for. But I'm not on a trip. I'm actually working.
Last question, was Otto Hess with the ones?
He was with the twos today.
Oh, he was too? Okay.
Yeah, unless they worked him in at the end
Yeah.
when you saw him with the ones. Yeah, he was with the twos. They mixed the ones up a little bit with a couple
Okay.
guys. I don't believe he was in there though.
Just last one for me real quick. And you said 3 weeks from yesterday. When do you start honing in on them?
This week in training camp, we'll be all about ourselves. Maybe, we got 3 weeks from Saturday. Maybe after that week, we'll start sneaking a peek and seeing what they do. Some of our coaches have already started. The young guys obviously breaking down the film and making sure all the work's done and ready to go. But we gotta keep working on us, like every coach would tell you right now.
All right, cool.
All right, guys, have a good weekend.
You too.